Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at Town Hall. I have known Dan Malloy for many years as one of the best mayors, if not the best mayor in the state of Connecticut, and I am very pleased to join in announcing my endorsement of him and Nancy Wyman for Governor and Lieutenant Governor today. I am joined, though, by, this isn't just for me, I am joined by the vast majority of West Hartford's local elected officials, and it's a real honor to have them here with me. Councilwoman Sherry Cantor, our town clerk, Essie Lebreau, from the Board of Education, Ellen Katz, and now gone Ma, and of course our former Lieutenant Governor, Kevin Sullivan. And also joining us today in spirit, if not in presence, because they could not make it today, are from the Town Council, Judy Casperson and Joe Varengia. Here in West Hartford, we like to say that we have had our house in order and the state has not. Where we have excelled, the state has failed. And when we're looking for some assistance from the state, in recent years we haven't been getting it. And when we have as a group looked around for how we can help support West Hartford, how we can find somebody to put into governance the principles we have adopted here in West Hartford and to help protect public safety and help protect our public schools while keeping your fiscal house in order, we need look no further than Dan Malloy, because when we look to Stamford and we look to Dan Malloy's record, it's very similar to ours, almost identical. And I think in endorsing Dan today, we are saying we believe firmly that the policies of West Hartford will be adopted as the policies of the state. And we don't find many people who could carry that out. Dan understands more than anybody in this race the needs of the cities and towns. I can't stress on behalf of all my colleagues here just how important that is. That is something that has gone unheeded at the state capitol in years. In addition, Dan brings vision. That's another thing that's been lacking. And again, we say, why Dan Malloy? Well, look no further than what we have here in West Hartford. We have come a long way. This was not always the success that it is. And as we have built up, become more urban, and become more of an attractive destination, we have managed to keep our public schools the best in the state. It's a story just like Stamford's. And again, it's not one that is repeated often, but it was in Dan Malloy's fantastic 16-year track record as mayor of the city of Stamford. In short, if I had to pick two words to describe Dan, it's accomplishment and responsibility. He hasn't just achieved, he has done it in the right way. We stress quite often here in West Hartford, and particularly my colleague Sherry Cantor, who runs the budget committee here in town, we talk a lot about the boring subjects of government, by making your pension payments, by funding your long-term liabilities. In short, not pushing off the obligations of today to the children of tomorrow. That's a record that the state has not followed, but it is something that Dan Malloy has done in his governance. And based on that, I am extremely confident that he is the man to turn this state around. One last thing I want to say about his running mate, because I think it's appropriate. We all love Nancy Wyman, but I want to say on a personal note that the first thing I did in government was having an internship with Kevin Sullivan here. But what most people don't know is that in the office suite that Kevin had as the chair of the Education Committee, one of the other members was Nancy Wyman. And on the first day I ever spent at the Capitol, Nancy Wyman was there, and was the Nancy Wyman that you know today. A wonderful woman who took me under her wing, was wonderful to me, and at a very impressionable age where you can very quickly find out whether you think government is a good thing or a bad thing based on those experiences. She, along with Kevin, taught me that we had some of the best people you could find that were in government in Connecticut, and I'm thrilled that these many years later that I have the opportunity to endorse her along with Dan. So with that, again, I am very proud to stand here today in support of Dan Malloy, and I look forward to making him the next governor of the state of Connecticut. Dan?
Hey, thank you. Thank you all very, very much. Listen, this is a great honor to be with everyone today. Thank you for your expression of confidence in my ticket. I'm now routinely being introduced as the person that Nancy Wyman chose. So I'm getting used to that. Nancy couldn't be with us today, but she wanted me to express to all of you her gratitude for the support that she's receiving. She is a great partner in the campaign, on the campaign trail, and she'll be a great partner as a lieutenant governor. I am so proud to be here in West Hartford to receive this support. I want to say of Scott, his leadership of this community needs to be fully appreciated for the high quality that he has expressed every day that he's been mayor and every day that he's been active here in West Hartford. And you need to go no further than around the block to understand the visionary leadership that he's expressed. We've known each other for a long time, and although neither one of us got quite as far as we would have liked 4 years ago, that in no way diminished our respect for one another. I knew him years ago as a person of great courage, strength, leadership, and intelligence, and I hope that as governor I will have the ability to turn to him for his counsel and to work with him as I do with respect to all of the individuals behind me. This is a great team of leadership in this community. I should also say to the Lieutenant Governor how proud I am also to have your support, and I know that Nancy's looking forward to working with you. We have a convention this weekend. Starts Friday night. It's going to be a long convention, certainly on Saturday with lots of contested races. But I feel great knowing that I'm going into that convention with so much support from West Hartford. I just want to express my gratitude. And if we're going to have a primary on August 10th, we'll be ready for that. I certainly know that two of the very best voting communities in the state are Stamford and West Hartford, and it's usually West Hartford first. I understand that, but I think we beat you one time. And to have this kind of support in such a high voting community on primary day is particularly important to us. And then the real work begins of making sure that we elect a Democratic governor, and when we do that for the first time in a generation, that we begin the process of rebuilding our state. And not insignificantly should we ignore the great work that has been done here in West Hartford and in Stamford, two communities that have grown, have prospered, paid their bills on time, made their contributions to their pension programs, modeled the first rate and national models when it came to economic development. If we can do for the state of Connecticut what has been done here in West Hartford, we will be well served. So thank you very much for coming out. Thank you for your expression of support. Mayor, thank you very much for your leadership, and it's great to be with you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm Dan Malloy, and I approve this message.